One health issue that terrifies women of all ages, shapes, and sizes is the dreaded dimpling of the skin, also known as cellulite. Hi, welcome back. I'm Dr. Michelle Sands, naturopathic physician and female hormone expert. I help women of all ages understand and fix their hormone problems on this channel. In this video, we're going to be talking about cellulite, what it is, why it forms, and what you can do to reduce its appearance naturally. So, like it or not, most women are familiar with cellulite. A shocking 90% of women over the age of 20 have at least some degree of cellulite, even if you're thin. You might notice that dimple kind of orange peel appearance start to show up on your thighs or your stomach or even your arms. Cellulite can affect both men and women, but you probably guessed cellulite develops much more often in women. It's really not fair, and it happens more and more as we age. Now, I can totally go on a little rant here about how men have it way too easy. Not only do they not have to deal with their period, but they also hardly get cellulite. And have you seen what they get to wear to the beach? Basically, these big, baggy, long shorts that cover nearly everything. While women, on the other hand, we have to grow humans in our bellies. We're prone to stretch marks. We're prone to cellulite. And we basically have to put it all on display in these little skimpy bikinis. That's a rant for another day, but I can go on and on about how men have it easier than women when it comes to our bodies. But when we're talking about cellulite, most women have tried to get rid of it one way or another with lotions and creams and scrubs. The quest to eliminate cellulite can be super frustrating, especially when nothing seems to really work. And while it may not be possible to completely banish every tiny little bit of cellulite, there are a few simple strategies that can practically make it disappear and really make your appearance of your skin look amazing. And they're also healthy for you. But before we talk about cellulite, what it is, and how to get rid of it, let me first preface this whole conversation with a little bit of the truth. The truth is, cellulite is completely normal. It's nothing to be ashamed of. Supermodels, athletes, and celebrities all have cellulite. You just don't see it because of the over edited, over filtered view of the world that we're all fed through Hollywood, through advertising, and through social media. Every once in a while, however, you might be cruising through the supermarket and get to the checkout and catch a glimpse of a magazine cover where some paparazzi has snapped photos of celebrities and shows their dimpled thighs and their bulging bellies. Now, I'm not one to shame anybody for their natural body, but those expose type articles give me a little bit of a smile on the inside, almost like a hug, just showing that even the rich and famous, even the top celebrities and supermodels, they have real bodies and they deal with real issues just like the rest of us. So, when do we become so judgy about what a real woman's body is supposed to look like? And I'm not just talking about men judging women. Women can actually be the worst at judging other women's bodies and their own bodies. And so I'll tell you a little story about a time that I was at a fitness conference a few years back. And there was this celebrity trainer, very popular. She was doing some classes and she was doing some interviews and she was in between her events and she was standing in the coffee line to get some coffee. And I happened to be in the coffee line as well. I was several people back from her, standing there in the coffee line. I was just looking at her amazing body. She was the epitome of fitness, muscles in all the right places, super fit, very beautiful physique. And she was actually wearing this cute little blue outfit that had this matching shorts and jacket, looking great, in my opinion. Up ahead of me, this little group of women, they were actually talking about how they could not believe that she had cellulite and how they were not going to be able to take her fitness classes any longer. And I almost died because let me tell you, any cellulite that she had was barely visible. But the fact that these women were not only judging her for having cellulite, but they were also questioning her validity and effectiveness as a trainer, being able to give them workouts because she had a little bit of cellulite. I was actually just crazed. They basically were saying her credentials are somehow invalid now or tarnished because she had cellulite. My point in telling you this is that we need to give ourselves and other women a little bit more grace when it comes to our bodies. And as long as we are living a healthy lifestyle, we're drinking our water, we're getting our exercise, we're eating healthy anti-inflammatory foods, and we're doing the things that we know that we need to do for our bodies to be healthy, a little bit of cellulite is nothing to be ashamed of. And it's definitely nothing that we should be judged for. With that said, I do understand that when it comes to feeling good about ourselves, how we look in our bodies plays a big part in that. And I get a lot of emails from women asking what they can do about their cellulite and why they have it in the first place. So let's talk about that. So, what is cellulite? Cellulite is just fat that's pushing up through the connective tissue under the skin. So, as the fat puckers up through that connective tissue, it creates this uneven, lumpy appearance. So, although cellulite is fat, you do not have to be fat or overweight to develop it. Cellulite can actually first appear in young adulthood, but it becomes so much more common in middle age. Usually, it develops in the areas of the body that tend to store more fat, like the butt, the thighs, and the belly. For some people, the back of the arms as well. What are the causes of cellulite? The exact cause of cellulite, there is no one cause. It's actually multifactorial, meaning that there are several reasons it appears. Some reasons that one woman might have more cellulite than others include her age, her genetics, her hormone balance, her skin quality, any medications she might be taking, and her lifestyle. It appears that cellulite develops due to the interaction between the fat and the connective tissue, which is just below the skin. So women tend to develop more cellulite than men, and this is partly because of the arrangement of our connective tissue. Now, this connective tissue is called fibrous septae, and the fibrous septae are basically bands of connective tissue that attach your skin to your body, so it's not just sloshing around all over the place. In females, these bands of connective tissue are actually thinner than in men, and they're arranged vertically. Men, on the other hand, have thicker bands of connective tissue that are arranged in this crosshatch kind of pattern. So that actually prevents fat from puckering up through in between the fibers. Also, women have a higher percentage of body fat than men, and women also tend to have thinner skin than men, which allow the skin to pucker and dimple more easily. Plus, as we age, our body goes through so many changes. And one change we often see in perimenopausal and postmenopausal women involves the appearance of cellulite on their legs and belly and buttocks and sometimes their arms due to a reduction in the hormone estrogen, which is very much responsible for skin elasticity and firmness. So let's dig a little deeper into the multiple reasons that estrogen deficiency is connected with increased cellulite. So, cellulite, like I said, can appear anytime in a woman's life, but when estrogen levels start to decline, cellulite tends to increase. Lower levels of estrogen can contribute to cellulite in a few ways. For example, reduced estrogen can cause vascular changes, so changes to our blood vessels, and decreased blood flow to the connective tissue can cause increased permeability and fluid retention under the skin, increasing the appearance of cellulite. Plus, decreased estrogen may also mean a reduced production of elastin and collagen, which helps to keep our skin firm and toned. So, when estrogen levels drop, our connective tissue becomes weaker and the skin also becomes thinner. Also, the loss of estrogen is associated with lower muscle mass and increased fat storage. This combination of all of these factors is the perfect storm for the development of cellulite. Estrogen is an anabolic hormone, meaning it is important for the growth of muscle. Just like testosterone increases muscle mass for men, estrogen is the primary hormone for maintaining lean muscle mass in women. Now, don't get me wrong, women also need testosterone, but it plays a much smaller role in the reduction of cellulite than estrogen. So, when does estrogen decline in a woman's life? Estrogen levels drop to almost nothing during menopause, but levels can actually fluctuate and start to decline in the years leading up to menopause, known as perimenopause. Peri just means around, so it's the time leading up to menopause. And this can occur 10 to 15 years before a woman is actually considered postmenopausal. In addition, Women who have had children, that postpartum period of a woman's life after giving birth, the hormone levels plummet as well. And this leaves new moms with some annoying cellulite and sagging skin. During menopause, as estrogen levels decline, your aging skin becomes thinner and has less elasticity. And between the decreased estrogen and the sagging skin, it's no surprise that many women notice cellulite increasing at this time. But there are some natural solutions for reducing cellulite. While there are many types of anti-cellulite lotions and treatments on the market, studies have really shown that they have limited effectiveness. There is a meta-analysis of over 67 studies that show that there's not much weight to these treatments. You can literally search YouTube right now and you will find countless videos, hundreds of them, that will sell you cellulite creams and lotions and scrubs, cellulite spot reducing workouts. And like I said, there was a research study that involved a meta analysis of 67 journal articles. And basically, it proved that there's no one treatment or quick fix to get rid of cellulite. There are some things that can lessen the appearance of cellulite temporarily, like some of these lotions and body wraps. They might give you a temporary effect, meaning it will look better by its plumping the skin or dehydrating the fat, but those results will go away soon afterwards. So there are, however, some treatments that are effective and have lasting effects, which I'm going to discuss in just a moment. So, what does work? What actually works for treating cellulite? So, one of the best ways to reverse cellulite is a treatment that I talk about all the time on this channel, and it's bioidentical hormone replacement therapy. So, replacing your hormones to healthy levels, including bioidentical estrogen, can actually help reduce cellulite by treating the root cause, replacing that hormone that's missing. So, remember, estrogen affects the vascular activity of the skin as well as your fat levels and your collagen and elastin production. So replacing estrogen will return your levels back to normal, preventing the changes in those tissues that contribute to the formation of cellulite. So bioidentical estrogen is the best way to replace your natural hormones to those proper levels. But beware, replacing estrogen is not a quick fix for reversing cellulite. You have to rebuild collagen, restore lean muscle mass, reduce visceral fat, so that the benefits of hormone replacement can be seen. But these results come with months of consistent use and changes to your diet and lifestyle. So it's not just the hormones and it's not just the lifestyle, it's the combination of both. There is not really any way to completely prevent the development of cellulite. However, there are a few things that you can do to actually decrease the amount of cellulite that you have now or that you might develop in the future. So here are some of my best tips. So number one is going to be maintaining a healthy weight. So maintaining a healthy weight is beneficial for your overall well-being, but also for reducing cellulite. It is true that thin people can develop cellulite, but the more fat that you have under the skin, the higher the chance that it's going to be pushing through your connective tissue and causing dimpling. So keeping your body fat to a healthy percentage will definitely improve the appearance of cellulite. Number two is doing strength training exercises. So, strength training burns the muscles under the skin, which in turn decrease the appearance of cellulite. Basically, you're basically taking this dimpling and you're pushing it out from underneath with the muscle to smooth out the skin. This is probably one of the best strategies for reducing cellulite. And it's the one that I have seen amazing results from. When I was in my 20s and early 30s, I used to be a cardio queen. I ran marathons, triathlons. I did a ton of cardio and I barely lifted weights. And as a result, I was thin, but I also had this layer of cellulite that made me feel self conscious in a bathing suit. Once I started focusing on building lean muscle, my cellulite virtually disappeared. So, this, along with balancing my hormones, is my top cellulite remedy. And when I say strength training, actually lifting heavy weights. So this means lifting a weight that you cannot do more than 10 to 15 reps of a weight. So once you get to 10 to 15 reps, you have to increase the weight. And that is what we call strength training, building muscle. When you're doing something that's easy for you, if you're lifting 5-pound weights and you can do it for 25 times, you're never going to build muscle and you're not going to get the benefit. Cardiovascular exercise is also important because it helps with lymphatic drainage, it helps with circulation. I can tell you that when I was running marathons and training 5 to 7 miles per day, I had the most cellulite that I've ever had in my life. And this is because overdoing cardio can actually break down the muscle and that can make your cellulite worse. So pick up those weights and pick up the heavy ones. The next cellulite reduction strategy is one that you may not have heard of. It's called whole body vibration therapy. So basically, this is where you use a piece of equipment that you just simply have to stand on. And then when it activates, your body is actually has a reflexive response to the vibration in several different directions at once. And this can actually help with cellulite reduction and actually works very quickly and efficiently. And it's safe for any fitness level. It looks a lot like a gimmick, but there's so much real science behind it. And it takes just a few moments of using the whole body vibration therapy to actually feel the power of it. So the brand that I trust is called Power Plate, and it's become a fitness favorite among celebrities like Mark Wahlberg and Cindy Crawford. And it's used by professional athletes, sports teams, and Olympic athletes. Now, many health and fitness centers, some med spas, some doctors' offices have whole body vibration training power plates or equipment in their offices. So you can actually go there and try them out. And training on the power plate is linked to a wide range of wellness benefits, everything from increasing strength, balance, flexibility, helping with weight loss, helping build bones, helping with detoxification, and the appearance of cellulite getting reduced. So there was a research study that was conducted at the Santaderm Professional Clinic for Skin Disease. And they concluded that after 6 months of using the power plate for just a few minutes a day, women could achieve up to a 32.3% reduction in cellulite on their thighs. That's huge. So the power plate can help build muscle, increase circulation, stimulate your blood and lymphatic flow, and help flush out fluid retention. And all of these things together help to reduce the appearance of cellulite. So if you're serious about reduction of cellulite as well as improving your overall fitness, the power plate may be something that you want to try. Like I said, many gyms and doctor's offices have power plates that you can use, or you can get one for your home, which is what I did. They are a little bit pricey, but they're equipment that will last a lifetime. And I'll pop a link and a code below for anyone serious about their fitness and cellulite reduction. And I also have another video coming out soon that will go into detail about all of the other benefits and applications of whole body vibration training beyond cellulite reduction. So be sure to subscribe and stay tuned for that video. A few other lifestyle strategies to reduce the appearance of cellulite include drinking water. So drinking water is going to flush out toxins. It's going to help to improve the appearance of your skin overall. Our skin is mostly made of water. Not smoking. Smoking damages your skin by disrupting the body's ability to make collagen. It also decreases healthy circulation. So the combination of both of those factors make you more likely to develop cellulite if you smoke. Drinking bone broth or taking collagen supplements can be so effective in helping to restore that collagen and elastin. Bone broth contains collagen, which helps to keep your skin supple and firm and elastic, and that will help reduce the appearance of cellulite. Dry brushing is another great thing you can do. So dry brushing your skin, it's done to improve blood flow. It's done to help move the lymphatic fluid and help to increase circulation to the skin. It involves basically using a dry brush and brushing the skin in one direction, normally towards your heart. You want to avoid brushing too hard because that can lead to bruising. And although it most likely won't be a cure-all for your cellulite, but combined with the other lifestyle strategy, that certainly can help. There are also some cellulite reduction procedures that you can have done at a dermatology office or a med spa. And these range from things like radio frequency skin tightening, which can improve the thickness and the elasticity of your skin and also increase collagen production. There's also EMS sculpt, which stimulates your muscles and helps to reduce the size of your fat cells. And then there's ultrasonic cavitation, which can use ultrasound waves to actually shrink your fat cells. And then there's a new cellulite procedure called QO, QWO, and that's an injectable that works on the fibrous septae to reduce the pull and smooth out the dimples. Now, I am not an esthetician or a dermatologist, so my knowledge of these treatments are minimal at best. And since some of them are new, long term results are not yet known. But the bottom line is that cellulite is nothing to be ashamed of, and it's completely normal, and all women have it. However, if you do want to reduce the appearance of yours while also improving your overall health, there are some tried and true strategies. My favorites being hormone replacement and strength training. So let me know in the comments what treatments you have tried and what you have done to help reduce cellulite, what's worked and what hasn't. And also, if you'd like to see my anti-cellulite routine, I can make that in another video. So let me know that in the comments below. And please be sure to share this video with any women in your life who struggle with cellulite as well. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Take care.